Well, hey everyone, this is James from Mad River Homestead here in Southwest Ohio. And today I'm going to be taking my chipper shredder and adding a modification, if you will, to it that is going to help me when I'm chipping small branches and things. I've got a tree that I'm cutting up right now. I'm going to have a lot of branches and I'm going to need some chips for my chicken run. So good timing. I'm going to be filming the whole thing so you can see me mess up. I will explain my mess ups. I'll explain also what's going well. Hopefully this works out. I saw an idea for this and kind of expanded on that. So hopefully it turns out well.
The chipper shredder that I have is a DK2 power shredder. It's got a 6.5 horse Kohler engine on it. And so it really throws the chips out very, very strongly. So if you've ever used one, you know it can be pretty difficult to corral those chips, so to speak. So the first thing I need to do is take off this little deflector shield. And I didn't realize that it was kind of a rod that goes through that. And so I had to get one more tool than I thought I would need. But I did get it off. For most of this modification, I'm just using 6-inch chimney pipe. You can see there I've got a couple of elbows and a couple of straight pieces. And to secure this extension piece, I'm just using one self-drilling roofing screw. Just one on the top. If you've never worked with chimney pipe, sometimes it's kind of tough to get that crimped end into the straight end. So I find if you just take a pair of pliers and just squeeze that down really tight, that usually is all you need to do. At the point where the chips come out of the solid part of the pipe, I'm adding a continuation of the pipe using hardware cloth. This will allow the air to disperse, but the chips will continue to travel.
All right, this screw did not work so well. The self-drilling roofing screws. Got another one I'm gonna try. All right, so this is actually metal to OSB, but I'm hoping the thread on it is thick enough that it's gonna hold that piece on there once I get it in there. We're gonna see.
I actually decided to use these leftover roofing screws first.
That feels like it's holding a lot better.
You can see here I've just wrapped some zip ties around just to kind of hold that piece in place.
All right, so these metal to OSB screws, they seem to work pretty well too since I ran out of the other ones. I'm just gonna add some more in there. There's a lot of stress on that point, so might as well just add a few screws.
Once I had the hardware cloth secured to the pipe, I went ahead and used some zip ties to hold it all together.
All right, I haven't seen too many things that many zip ties can't hold. Hey, leave a comment below. Let me know something that you've used zip ties for. If you're a homesteader, you've used them a lot. I know that. They're a homesteader's best friend. All right, so you get the picture. Chips come out of here, go up, and then I can have a wagon down below that for all those chips to go into. I think it's gonna work. The only thing I can see I might need to do different is to make this part a little bit shorter, but we'll see how it goes. That might be the optimal length, and I'd hate to cut it off if it is. The only other thing I need to figure out is how to hold this. Those dang cheap Amazon lights. They look great when they're working. Anyway, to hold this to here, otherwise it's just gonna be turning on me and everything. So if I can get it with some tension here, I'm thinking tying it off some way to here. with some kind of strap. Probably a rubber bungee would work really good because it won't slip up and down on this. Somehow get it to hold onto here. So that's the only other thing I have to figure out. And then we'll give it a test run, see how it goes.
So the bungee cord did hold it up, but it didn't really help to keep it from moving side to side. So I had to come up with another idea. So I picked up this piece of slotted flat metal that has holes in it for bolts and used an idea similar to what I did to secure my chimney pipe from the garage to the side of the house. So after putting a 90-degree bend in one end of it, I went out, just kind of eyeballed. This is not an exact science kind of thing, just kind of eyeballed where I wanted to attach it to the side of the chipper shredder, and then made my bends, marked for the next one, and made some bends and cut the excess off. Once I had it to where it would fit, all I had to do was mark where I needed to drill some holes on the side of the chipper shredder, drill the holes, and then bolt it to the side. Once I had that done, there was still a little bit more play in it than I really wanted, so I decided to add one more feature. And that was simply a bolt running between the two to bind the sides together. And that was the difference I was looking for.
Well, I think you'd agree that was pretty successful. Got some nice chips. They didn't blow all over the place. You can see I lost a little bit over on that side, even less over here. So this is gonna go right into the chicken run, be something for them to scratch around in, mixed with all that nitrogen they're putting down all the time. And I've got a lot more I'll need to do. I just have to call it off for today because I've got some other things I'm working on. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have a chipper shredder and you've tried to use it for branches before and just didn't have any luck with it, try this out. It was fairly inexpensive. I think altogether, I put less than $50 into it. Hopefully this is an idea that you can use. One more thing, make a comment down below. I don't know if you noticed, but a couple times pieces went through that were a little bit longer and they kind of got crossed sideways. Not too tough to take them out, but trying to figure out if there's something else I can do there. The only other thing I could think of was going with a bigger pipe, but I really don't want to do that now that I've put this all together. But probably just something I'll have to live with. Didn't happen too many times. So anyway, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully, like I said, it was helpful. If this is something that you've been trying to figure out how to do, I think this method really, really works well. So thank you for watching, and until the next video, God bless you and your family.